Hello.
We just missed that goal.
We have covered 2/3 of the western United States. Look at this map. This is everything that we've covered except for this state. Right now, we're about to pass into Nebraska.
Nebraska, here we go. No, wait, let me get out. Nebraska, let's go. I'm in Nebraska.
So after we finished our time in Arizona and New Mexico, we headed to the Badlands, which we've actually come through on the south side because we stopped at scenic South Dakota, which is like a partially abandoned town. It's not one that you can really explore, but we did a drive-by, kind of looked at the buildings, which is kind of cool. The other kind of road you can take on the North Unit, besides the main Badlands loop, is Sage Creek Road. But Sage Creek Road is cool because you can see a lot of wildlife. So far we've seen prairie dogs, a coyote. We're hoping to see some bison.
We just passed Robert's prairie dog too.
Robert's the mayor.
And there's no one else on the road. We're on Notch Trail, which is one of 3 trails that are kind of close together in the same parking lot. This is the most difficult one. It actually has a ladder that you can climb to get to an overlook. So, see how this goes.
I think it is what we make it. It's more this ledge that everyone's hesitating at that I am hesitating at. We just climbed up the thing to look at more stuff at ground level that looks the same as the stuff down there.
Yeah, what is the end result? An overlook?
To look down on the stuff where we just were.
There is kind of like a part where it's a little bit narrow. It says dangerous cliff, make sure you keep right. One lady was pretty sure the arrow was pointing to the dangerous cliff.
It means go that way, not that way.
Not too bad of a hike up with a really great view. They've got these poles with the white on top so you always know where you're going.
Nice.
Where's the
Easy.
You gotta go back down the same way you came up.
Okay, you just find the way that works best for you and do that, okay? All I know is never be ashamed to butt scooch.
And I could beat Dad in a hike race by 2 miles.
If I were rating on glad I did it, it's a 10 out of 10. Would I do it again? 0 out of 10. So if you want to see a stupid clip of nature I hate that made me cry, here it is.
So does she mean the back? Oh my word, holy cow.
Oh wow.
Here's how hiking works. You walk to a view, then you're done. Here's a view.
So that's the trail.
I beg to differ.
So the door trail has these yellow poles that are numbered. If you're like us, you can actually skip a few because you can see the ones that are hit.
You are beautiful.
Thank you.
No, I mean that's what it says.
Oh.
There's a sticker. It says you are beautiful.
Wait, where's 3?
We don't know where this is leading. It seems to be pointless.
This could be my last word, so just in case, I don't regret this.
Why didn't you come this way?
Fair.
Nice thing about this trail is just like the Queen's Garden in Bryce Canyon, you reach the end, it tells you. As I say, it was a cool walk. There's not much of a payoff at the end. This is the window trail. It's the shortest trail of the 3. The notch, door, window. There are actually some longer trails that you can take, but this is the end of our trip and we're just not feeling it.
Spam. Comment below if you like spam. I sure do.
This is where it all started with Elliot's 4th grade trip in the Badlands.
We're bringing back some memories and going to the place where Elliot almost died. Elliot kind of almost died.
So I saw Elliot was stuck on a portion. He was really scared. So he kind of butt scooched and I held his hand and then we walked along other parts.
There's like a 8-foot drop below me. So like I could have flipped, broke my neck, broken all my bones if I landed on my butt, broken my arm, or I could have just died.
From my perspective, it didn't seem like it was very dangerous, but
I almost died.
I can't promise anything.
I think we should have gone up this way.
Do it. 2 years later, different outcome.
Yep.
This is the big Badlands Overlook, one of the many overlooks along the Badlands Loop, one of the scenic drives that we're taking today.
You were saying yesterday we hiked 2 miles to see almost the exact same thing, when instead we could have done almost the exact same thing but shorter.
Welcome to hiking, kid.
That's how Mom always feels.
So I didn't realize that this was called the Badlands Wall, and that, I think, must be where Wall comes from. So that's kind of cool. I never knew that.
And if you're by Wall, South Dakota, you gotta stop at Wall Drug. We're about to have donuts.
Donuts.
Maple donut.
Chocolate donut.
Going in for the kill. We also stopped at the Minuteman Missile National Historic Site. It has 3 different facilities and we visited 2. The first was a missile silo.
This is so the missiles don't get out.
We have to drive to the visitor center. And then we stopped by the visitor center, which is definitely worth checking out.
What are you supposed to do when you see the flash?
Why all of these missiles in South Dakota? Was time travel.
During the Cold War, there were 150 missile silos in South Dakota, an ideal location to launch missiles over the North Pole. Sorry, Santa. A Minuteman II could reach the Soviet Union in 30 minutes with a warhead 66 times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. The silos were deactivated in 1991 as part of an arms reduction treaty called START.
That's the end of my 4th grade National Parks adventure. Or is it?
Thanks for watching and following Quinn's 4th grade National Parks adventure. If you want to subscribe, that would be rad.
So we did see bison off of Sage Creek Road, but then when we left the park to go to Wall Drug, right on the side of the road, just tons of bison.
Why do I feel like that one looks kind of
One right in front of us.
It's just 2 guys in a costume.